Don't watch me, watch Nolazine TV. It's the best video ever and subscribe to it.
What's up, everybody? It's Kareem. You're watching Nolazine TV.
Okay. And so tell everybody where you from.
I'm from New Orleans. Both of my mom and dad from New Orleans, Ninth Ward area.
Okay. So how old were you when you first started to make music?
I started singing when I was 5. I wasn't like 18 until when I started first singing, making music.
Okay. So like growing up, who influenced you for us to start making music?
Usher, in that area, Usher, Babyface, who else? Boyz II Men, Clark Sisters, so like a mix of R&B and church.
So in pretty much it was like 90s R&B,
90s R&B,
2000 church.
Yeah, 2000, yeah.
All right. So but I heard that I heard that you were more into like fashion,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What's your preferences? It was like it was just tell us some more about it.
Well, I like different type of stuff. I like mixing colors. I like a lot of 90s fashion, especially with 2000 fashion. But I like the fashion kind of
90s fashion.
Yeah.
You ain't doing no crisscross stuff, huh?
Oh no, not a crisscross, not a crisscross. I kind of like the Boyz II Men where they mixed up like almost like urban with like semi-casual, like the sweater vest mixed with the jeans and the backwards hat, so stuff like that. And then I like a lot of like Miguel, like his different kind of styles and textures. Like I don't like I'm not a sneaker person. I'm more like a Steve Madden type of person, like loafers and stuff like that. So I want to kind of like tap into like I haven't been to Fashion Week, but I want to definitely go to Fashion Week whenever that comes up.
Which one?
New York, Paris, New York, both, all of them, really.
All of them?
Yeah, so I like the different. I think because being a singer or being in entertainment, like your fashion, your fashion plays a big part. Like, your voice is one thing, but your style is another thing too.
Okay, so, definitely got you. So, like being an R&B artist now, do you feel like it's kind of becoming lost art? Because like a lot of people not really but you don't see that many R&B showcases and everything like back in the day. Like, cause like me personally, I'm R&B lover. I love 90s R&B music.
Yeah.
Like it calms me, give me a vibe.
I think it's kind of fading away, but I think some people are like bringing it back because it's more like
because
now.
there's so many rappers singing.
So it's kind of like you kind of get the best of both worlds, but like you kind of like people like Tank, people like you do Vito, Chris Brown. For me, like Vito, he kind of brings the best of like today and 90s and merge them together. So you got his songs like that kind of like you got it. It's for everybody. Like who can relate.
Like right now, currently, my favorite is Summer Walker.
Summer Walker's, yeah, she's Summer Walker's like mixing like today and a little she's giving you.
Somebody got mad at me when I said this, but like Summer Walker, I think in 20 years you might be like, if Summer Walker might could give me some Sade type of vibes.
She can. She
but
can.
But people like it, like when you live with like an old school person with a young person, usually like get mad.
No, but she can.
Cause like a few years ago, I told him I said this and people got mad. I said I think Chris Brown is the closest thing to Michael Jackson.
He is.
But people don't want to hear it.
Like I would say, like Miguel is like the closest, like similar to. He give you like vibes of like a Lenny Kravitz.
That was unique. I didn't think Lenny Kravitz.
Well, I was saying more like Prince. He got to give me a little Prince vibe. So
Prince and what the other guy was on that movie with Prince. Remember the movie Purple Rain?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
I forgot his name.
I can't think of his name, but I know what you're talking about though.
Right. Like it's like they were like for my male list, it's like it gotta be between Michael Jackson, Usher, and Chris Brown.
Yeah. So I think like I seen like you see on Instagram like Usher's working. I think like when they start putting out their music, I think it.
But like far as talented wise, I don't think nobody's more talented than Chris Brown.
Nobody's talented more Chris Brown.
Just everything like 50 Cent was funny. 50 Cent said, "Man, you never saw Michael Jackson just walk on the stage do a backflip and be singing on one leg."
No. Chris Brown, he definitely got that.
So like, for you being an R&B artist, like, do you sing and dance or you just sing?
I sing and dance. I do a little dance.
So do you have like a choreographer? Are you with your own choreographer?
I got both. Both. Like I want to work with a choreographer and do my own little twisted things too. But I think it comes down to like performance and like stage presence. Like I like live performing, so when I perform live, I'll be want to make sure everything right, background, band, and stuff like that. So I think it's your performance.
It gotta be expensive to be an R&B artist, huh? Cause like rappers don't have to get a band or nothing.
Nah, it is. It's very expensive because you gotta pay band, you gotta pay if you got background singers, you gotta pay everybody. So it's costly, but it's worth it. You know, if you put on a good show, if you want to deliver. So I think it's worth it.
Like, you know, cause like I would love to like see R&B shows and like poetry and mix with that. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's lost, but people like I think we should get back into it.
I think it's kind of
And
like
it's good for like a date night.
it is, but I feel like you can I don't know. I feel like the right people just gotta want to be, because everybody's kind of like going set to like, oh, they want to get signed, they want to do this, they want to do that. They ain't really focused on the basics. Like I feel like that's the basics, like open word, spoken word, like writing sessions and stuff like that. I think that's missing.
So, like, tell us, I'm like, what separates you from like other artists?
I would say my music, it brings like it's relatable substance. You know, I feel like I said, it's relatable, so anybody can relate to what I'm singing. That's how I write and stuff like that. So I feel like just honest. It's honest music. I don't feel like everybody's making honest music. I know that's kind of like but everybody's not really making honest music. I kind of think they just singing because they think it's what's a trend that's going on. So
Okay. So, like growing up, like, and when you first started singing, did you start singing like in a church, or you just started singing at home?
I started singing at church
You
because
the
I
most
felt,
R&B artists.
church for me, because it's like they give you a performance. Like praise and worship is a performance. Like you get excited when praise and worship is. That's how I was. And like I said, I was 5 when I started going to church, and I feel like it was like that's what I look forward to, singing and praise and worship. I feel like I didn't get the message until I got older, but of course it was just the music. So
This is my favorite question to people who started singing in church. Like, how did the church feel when they heard your other type of R&B music?
You get stares. You get like, my mama even told me. Mom was like, you can't sing church and sing R&B. I was like, why not?
Right.
Why you can't sing church and R&B? But it's kind of like, it's the topics of what you're singing about.
It's crazy 'cause like church, like, I won't get too much in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, man, if they want to tell everybody to go to church, but like church people be like, I'm gonna say the people, I ain't gonna say the church.
Yeah.
Church people are the most judgmental people ever.
And church people are the most.
It's like, man, if they want you to do it a certain way.
Exactly, but at the end of the day,
Everything must change eventually.
Exactly, and you gotta realize the people who are in church, you got here some way. Your mom and daddy was listening to something to conceive you, so
right, you were listening to them take me to the king.
No, so he was listening to something to get you here.
never know.
No, well, that's true. But then you have to realize too, like, if you like, just because you're singing those songs, don't mean you
don't still serve the
you
Lord.
don't still serve the Lord. So it's you got some preachers who incorporate like R&B and different stuff in their message. So at the end of the day, like, it doesn't change you or make you a different person just because you sing R&B.
Ooh, I got you. All right. So tell us, what do you enjoy most about the music industry, and tell us what do you hate most about the music industry.
What I enjoy about the music industry, I would say fans. I would say the people. I mean, because the people look for the music, and when we deliver, I mean, they almost becomes like your a group of friends. What I hate about the music industry is the politics. I feel like there's too much politics. I feel like back in the 90s, they were signing people and people were just singing. I think now it's more about a gimmick, more about like they put too much of the business into it versus, actually developing an artist and getting them from point A to point B. So
okay, definitely got you. so like 3 years from now, I'm like, where do you see your music career going?
I see me like performing at award shows, Grammys. I feel like opening my own concert tour, diving into different brands like fashion, having my own clothing line and things like that.
Okay, so earlier, we were talking and you were talking about like fitness.
Yeah.
So, do you want to give more details about that?
Yeah, I'm kind of on this fitness journey because quarantine kind of like got everybody fat, and so we we missed the important things of staying healthy. And as an artist, you gotta kind of stay in shape because when you performing on stage, like you don't want to be winded and out of breath while you performing on stage. So it's best I want to keep myself 50 and
Definitely
be in shape, keep myself in shape. But
sound like Bobby Brown.
Yeah. So you could definitely, because like that plays a part. Like fitness, it doesn't just like your body. Like you got skin, you got your hair. So you keeping yourself healthy makes longevity. It makes you keep you looking younger. So I feel like a lot of everybody's not working out, and then they was like, oh, it's not gonna catch up to me. My mama told me that. My mom was like, I was always been solid. My weight never changed. My mom was like, it's gonna catch up to you, right? So I didn't believe it. I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay. But then it catches up. It catches up.
Yeah, the older you get, the more your metabolism slows down.
Yeah, it does. Cause I used to eat, like,
me too.
It ain't going nowhere. And then like now
you're like, oh shit.
Now it's sticking with you. So I definitely like I said, fitness wise, I want to stay on top of it, especially like in R&B, like. Most R&B artists who are in shape, they can walk on stage with their shirt off. Now you don't want to walk on stage and you don't got a six pack. You just got a pudge. So it's all about image, I think. So
yeah, R&B is definitely image.
Yeah,
image is definitely one big image on that genre.
Yeah, very much. So definitely want to keep up with the fitness and keep that emotion and just do different things so people can get involved. Like JT was telling me, like keep it personal, like actually show yourself in the gym, like so people can be relate to it, like they could pick up on your workouts.
And I'm glad you have a publicist, because like most artists don't realize they need publicists, they need photo shoots, they have to have that look.
Yeah, definitely.
And you need a publicist to get you in those media outlets and things like that.
Yeah, I appreciate JT definitely, because half of the stuff like I wouldn't be knowing about social media.
So how important do you think it is to actually invest in your career and marketing and everything like that?
It's very important because a lot of people think it's just social media that's going to get you from point A to point B, but you got other aspects that they know more than we know. They know about the what is that called, the when you're on social media, the algorithm and stuff like that. They that's their lane, and they can do their lane. Even when you sign to one record label, they have a marketing. Yeah, they do that all that for you, and people don't realize that, but they're important, very much important, and I appreciate it, because you have like some things you want to do, like you want to be in Essence or you want to perform at this spot. They know more people.
So that's your question. Like, are you actually looking to get signed, or you want to stay independent?
I want to stay independent right now, for the most part. I feel like
this the dopest thing. When you can stay independent and you start seeing the money, you gonna wish you never signed. Exactly. Like, you gonna be glad you never signed for it. Like so many people don't be having the finances to stay independent, and they be like getting stressed. But
I think it's about like the momentum. You got to kind of keep it up. Like you kind of like a Chance the Rapper.
If you want to be independent, you got to treat your career, your business like the same way on like record label do.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have that media company to deal with. Definitely. You gotta have that publicist. You gotta treat yourself like the business.
You gotta have a team. You gotta make sure your team is right as well. Right. Because if you don't have a team and that's not right, then it doesn't really flow. Because you could plan your shows out, you could do this, but it's gonna come to a point. It's gonna come to a point where you can't handle it, and it's just like you need somebody there you can trust. So when you
definitely somebody
so you can trust, because not everybody's in it for everybody's about a dollar, kind of like, and which in a sense you gotta be, because that's what you're working. But everybody you gotta be, you can't be greedy, and then in a sense you gotta worry about your artists as well. You gotta treat them like that's your family. So I think that plays a good part, but yeah, PR you definitely need that, and you definitely gotta want to spend. You can't just, cause some of these people they don't, they work.
The crazy part is, but the game is so easier now to be independent. If you just get a PR and you know at least 10 or 20 media outlets in like different cities, that's all you really need to build yourself.
Yeah.
Like back then, you used to have to travel to all these places to meet these people. Now you can just find it from the internet.
Yeah, and do it online, like virtual. So it's a plus, definitely. But like I said, you gotta be definitely to want to put out the money, because at the end of the day, like, nobody works for free. So, and I always tell people, like, when I work with somebody, tell me what your price is. Don't tell me what you think. Don't be like, oh, I could charge you this. No, what is your price? What your price is. So,
right. And also, but last but not least, tell everybody like what can they find you on social media and just other on the music platforms.
So on social media, I am .Kareem_. So that's IMKAREEM _. So that's on all social media platforms.
All right, and we done.
All right.
Nolazine, make them scream. NOLAZINE. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.